They used to be people. The eggheads. I mean. I've seen it a lot in the weeks since the buffet. Not everybody shows the signs, but some people, the ones who get hooked the hardest on that sick foreign meat slop, only seem to gain weight from the neck up. You know, their hair falls out. The first thing to disappear are the eyes. Then the mouth seals shut, and the whole head smooths over. You know. They start to wander aimlessly, invisible to everyone else, forgotten by friends and loved ones. They do nothing but mumble, groping their arms around like they're hunting for their lost eyes. I killed one today. I'd spent my afternoon scrounging around town for normal things to eat. An increasingly challenging task. Avoiding the overtly weird shit is only the half of it. I have to be careful for anything that boasts a new formula or improved flavor. Sometimes I just have to scan the package for the hamburger logo, or check the ingredients for some new gibberish like extracted bone jellies or natural life parts. Some of the untainted stuff is skipping the shelves and going straight into the dumpsters, which I'd been digging through when Egghead got the jump on me, cornering me in a one-way alley between a Safeway and a Walgreens. Its head was bigger than most, an impossibly bloated globe that almost brushed the walls on both sides. I don't know how its feeble, chalky body could have even held it up. It was barely more than a skeleton. Thin skin shrink-wrapped tightly to its bones, and all that remained of its former identity was a black dress tie, swaying like a pendulum from its pencil-thin neck. Its incoherent mumbling sounded at once panicked, apologetic, and threatening as it staggered towards me, limbs outstretched. I had nothing to defend myself with but a bag of stale bread and a warm can of Coke. I screamed at it, told it I didn't know what it wanted, that there wasn't anything I could do, but it just kept coming. Mumbling. The moment my back hit the wall behind me, I snapped. I grabbed the nearest garbage can lid and swung with all my strength, slamming it straight into that fat, bulbous face like a battle axe. Felt like striking a huge, taut basketball. The mumbling grew more frantic, more confused as the thing stumbled backward. Gravity tugging at its awkward cranium, arms whirling cartoonishly as it fought to regain its center of balance. It was like some bent slapstick routine, like somebody struggling not to drop a wedding cake. I charged, screaming like a banshee as I struck again, and the thing finally toppled. Slowly, like it was filled with air. And as it hit the ground, that massive noggin exploded like a swollen tick. With a wet splash, pinkish gore and hunks of rubbery white flesh gushed out of the alley and into the street. And for one terrifying moment, I wondered how the scene would look to the rest of the world. If they'd just seen a random senseless act of murder against a completely normal, innocent human being. The people already nonchalantly stepping over the scattered piles of gore would have eased my mind, if it weren't for what happened next. One of those piles started moving. I shit you not, something about the size of a baby was squirming out from the pulverized sludge. A fat, slightly oblong shape with a lot of thin, wriggling appendages underneath. Still too thick with gore for me to make out any details, but it was still between me and freedom, and I could only watch in a confused stupor as it unfurled a pair of big, transparent fins and abruptly took flight, buzzing off into the afternoon sky like a like a bloated, fleshy bumblebee. It thankfully never seemed to notice or care about me. Funny how I settled on the name Eggheads. I just thought they looked like eggs. I didn't know that they literally were. A woman stopped dead in the crosswalk to smile and wave at the thing as it disappeared into the skyline, then continued on her way with only a momentary look of puzzlement. That, "What am I doing?" look, followed by the, "Well, whatever," one that I've grown so accustomed to over the past several weeks. When I got home, I started reading up on diseases. Parasites, bugs, puzzle pieces dropping into place. There's a kind of wasp that lays its eggs in a live caterpillar. And when the larvae hatch, they modify the host's entire metabolism to suit their needs. The caterpillar eats more, it grows bigger, all to provide the developing wasps with more sustenance. And this kind of shit is everywhere in nature. There are microbes that make mice suicidally attracted to cats. There are flies that grow inside the heads of ants who keep on moving even after their brains are eaten. It all makes so much sense. Too much sense. That maybe they're from space. Maybe they're from hell. Maybe they've always been here, toppling one species, one civilization after another. Who knows? They feed us, so we can feed them. So they have a nice, warm body to keep them safe and nourished until they don't need us anymore. We're just a herd of cattle, oblivious to our positioning in life as we're fattened up and slaughtered by something that looms just above our understanding of the natural order. I don't know why I can see them, why I can see what they're feeding us. I'm like a cow who grasps exactly what goes on in the slaughterhouse, and I can't stop thinking about what a cow could ever hope to accomplish with that knowledge. Your guess is as good as mine.